Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to another Multiversus video. Alright, so Gizmo just released yesterday, if you guys were not aware. They actually did a little bit of a showcase of him, showing off all of his movesets and how he's ideally supposed to be played early in the afternoon during the same time period that they were doing the update and adding him to the game. Unfortunately for me, I was having some technological issues yesterday, which I'm not going to get into, but was quite annoying. So I was not actually able to watch this or play around with Gizmo or do anything at all yesterday, sadly. So if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know I usually try to get things up almost immediately after there's any sort of like trailer or new character drop or anything like that. And sadly, I wasn't able to do it this time because of that, but still, you know, this morning, early in the morning, I'm here and everything is fixed and I'm ready to check all of this out. So we're gonna watch this little Gizmo showcase together and I'm really excited to see what he plays like because I love Gizmo and I'm sure he's gonna be adorable and I've been anticipating him ever since he was announced. So let's check it out together. Here we go.
What's up, everyone?
Okay, here we
This is
go.
Kat, and welcome to my guide for the newest
turn this
character
up a
in
little bit.
Multiversus, Gizmo from Gremlins. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you get
Support
started
hybrid.
singing and
Alright,
dancing all
I'm not
over
that
your
surprised.
opponents.
Why
You
are
won't
like...
get all of Gizmo's moves,
Oh my
but
god, look
we
at
will
his
look at the main strategies you should be using
Combat
to get the most from
Gizmo.
your new Mogwai.
Oh my god, I'm
So
gonna have
grab
to
some
get the
popcorn,
variant, aren't I?
sit back, and let's take a look at Gizmo in Multiversus.
What? Oh my god, look at how cute he is!
Gizmo is a support class character. He relies on setting up his assortment of toys and trinkets to create traps
Oh my
and
god!
space on the map. If he gets enough time to set up, he can create some devastating combos.
Look at
Gizmo's
him,
allies
he's
should
got
be
the
aware of his
car.
toys and be ready to help him set up his big damage. Gizmo's enemies should be ready to rush him down to prevent him from getting his
Oh
teams
yeah.
on the map.
Why do all the characters
Let's
that I
take a look
like
at
end
some
up
of his
being
moves,
support characters?
starting with his normal attacks. Gizmo's air and ground neutral attacks charge his bow and arrow. He can move, jump, and aim while he charges.
Oh.
And if Gizmo
Okay,
charges
that's
long
pretty
enough,
sick.
his arrow is lit
Because,
on
like,
fire,
it's hard
giving
when you
him
gotta
the
charge
ability
Rain
to
Dog, for
ignite
instance.
any enemy he hits. If he hits an enemy with a fire arrow, he immediately replenishes one arrow. Gizmo can also dodge cancel his charge to store the charge for later. See the little flame arrow?
Alright, these are pretty
This
good.
means that the next time he uses his neutral attack, he doesn't need to charge up at all. A quick tap of the button will fire an arrow at full strength.
Can we get
Gizmo's
some of this
ground
sort
up
of thing
attack
for like Rain
swings his
Dog? And
popcorn container and throws some popcorn in the air.
what does the popcorn
Once the
do?
popcorn is out, Gizmo and his ally can hit it to reposition it.
Okay.
Enemies will take a bit of damage if the popcorn hits them, but they also have the ability to reposition the popcorn with melee attacks. The
Alright.
popcorn itself doesn't deal
So
any
what
knockback,
is- what
but
is its
Gizmo's
overall
allies can ignite the
purpose?
popcorn to create a small explosion that damages and knocks back enemies. Here's where it gets interesting.
Rain Dog Gizmo team!
Gizmo can hit
My
his
team of
popcorn with an arrow
adorableness.
to create a strong cone-shaped blast,
Okay.
damaging and knocking
Okay.
back all enemies
That's
hit by
cool.
it. If Gizmo hits the popcorn
That
with
goes
a fire
pretty
arrow,
far.
the explosion is much larger and ignites all enemies hit. Gizmo's
That
arrows
seems
and
good.
popcorn are core to his playstyle as a ranged support. Gizmo can use quick arrows to apply
Okay,
pressure
so
from
you
a
can-
distance, but if you ever find
you
yourself
can be
away from
stacking
the
them,
action, take
stacking
the
the
opportunity to
popcorns.
set up your toys. Get popcorn on the map and get your next arrow fully charged. When you're ready to get back into the fight, you'll have some powerful tools at your disposal. Now let's
Yeah,
take
that
a look
seemed
at
like
some
it
of
went
Gizmo's
pretty far, I'm
special
not gonna
moves.
lie.
Starting with his neutral special, hold the button on the ground to spawn music notes all around Gizmo, or hold it in the air to aim the notes in the direction
Ooh.
Gizmo is facing.
Alright, so what do the
Gizmo
notes
can't
do?
pick up his notes, but allies can pick up music notes to gain charges of the music buff.
Huh.
While allies have charges of music, their dodges spawn a large music note, giving them a hitbox they can use while dodging. Enemies can also pick up music notes, taking a bit of damage and stacking
Oh,
a music
shit.
debuff. If an enemy fully stacks the music debuff, they are briefly silenced, locking
Meaning?
them out of using any ability cooldowns until the effect ends. You might be wondering, how am I supposed to fully stack this debuff on enemies? Can't they just ignore the music notes?
Right,
Well,
that's...
let me show you something neat.
Could you hit them at them?
That's right. Both Gizmo's arrows and his popcorn can be used to collect music notes and send them flying at allies and enemies. In fact, music notes that have been sucked up by another attack have a little bit of knockback when they hit enemies.
Oh, shit.
So, if you're struggling against mages using lots of cooldowns,
Oh!
shut them up.
Okay. Look out, Bugs and Tom and Jerry.
Gizmo's up special. Gizmo leaps into the air and latches onto any fighter he hits. If he latches onto an enemy, he bounces off them with a powerful knockback.
Okay.
If he latches onto an ally, he follows them around for a brief period. While attached to an ally, Gizmo can't be hit by attacks, but he will take a portion of the damage taken by his ally. In this state, Gizmo can still use his strongest attacks, but he doesn't leave himself vulnerable to aggressive enemies. When Gizmo detaches from his ally, he can't reattach for a brief period, shown by this little backpack icon on the ally.
Okay, alright, that's fair.
Try
that's
to
fair.
attach to your ally whenever the option is available to you. You can use your time
Okay,
while
so
attached to
Gizmo might be the most
your ally's
support of all
offense.
support characters that
Or
they've
you
come
can
up with
use
so
it as
far.
a
Rain
great
Dog is
opportunity to
pretty
set up
much
combos
like
without
made
losing
for
your opponent.
2v2s
Either way,
to be a
it's
support, but
very
Gizmo
powerful
even
position
more
to be
so,
in.
like...
And that's gonna be it for this Multiversus Fighter showcase, showcasing Gizmo to you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this thoroughly.
This character is
to be a part of.
completely
course,
designed for 2v2s.
let's
I'm
get
super
hyped.
curious
Gizmo
like
is
how
officially
he would
joining
work
the
at
roster
all
of Multiverses. And of course,
in
guys,
1v1
be sure to check him out
1v1s.
as soon as he's released to the public.
Huh.
Of course,
I'll have to like check out if somebody has looked into that much. I know it's been less than a day since he's been out, so that can't be it. It's got okay, yeah. There's still
None
time.
other than the
I
Evo
was like,
Champ
what?
himself to break down that moveset. As you can see, there's a lot to Gizmo.
Look at
New
how
mechanics
cute he is.
with the silence. It's going to be very important looking at this and the teams that you build with this character in the future. But let's take a look at his overall moveset. So,
Okay.
when you go to look at his
The perks.
where you want to begin, you have multiple different options. This one is pretty good for ones, I'd say.
Your down
And
special
also
can
when you have a
bounce
big
off of
clutter
his
of characters who get
popcorn
up together.
with his toy
When you
car.
use your down special, you can bounce off the car and ignite both the popcorn and
That does
the
seem
car.
good.
So when you use this one though,
That's
when you're
just
riding
LA
along with the
choice.
teammate, you get quicker
That
charge.
also
I'll showcase
seems
that
good.
a little bit here,
Huh?
which is very important because when
Huh?
you're flying alongside someone like Superman, who I think is going to be a very strong teammate with Gizmo, you're going to want to have access to those quicker charges with those bows and other moves you decide to pull off. And then this one, if you decide to not go with the silence, if you don't really like the idea of going for that, if you want to go for a stun instead, you have the ability to lock them into place
What?
with a dance, which is pretty funny looking. Let's take a look at Gizmo.
I want to
We're
see what
going
that
to
looks
look
like.
specifically at Combat Gizmo because it just looks too good. He has a banana, excuse me, not a banana, a bandana, and we're going to take a look at some of the moves. So, you can freely aim this as you move around, which is very important. The fact that you can move around with this and control space makes a very big difference throughout the match. But the fact that you can store this charge is going to matter a lot when using things like the popcorn, and you decide to cancel popcorn.
The popcorn
you can
sounds like
instantly shoot that
fireworks when it
as a
comes out,
very
and I love it.
borderline unreactable option that leads to a lot of damage and helps set up for knockouts. Then, of course, you have the Mogwai 3-step, which is his jabs, and his down attack. This is one we didn't really see in the video there. This is an armor break,
Ooh.
and it also applies the music debuff. So, of course, like we said before, when you get all of these applied using this here, it will apply a silence, setting all these up, instantly firing into opponent, gets them to a lot of music debuffs very quickly.
Wow,
Now, that's a
okay.
couple of moves you didn't get to see before, but besides this other specials, you have the neutral special, the grounded special of the car. This is hilarious.
Oh my
But
god!
one of the things that's very dangerous about the car is when you're driving it, you can cancel out of it, throw it towards an opponent. Your teammate could get into that too.
What?
But if
I
you
want to see the
use
teammate get in
side
the
special
car.
again, you activate a wheelie, and if you cancel during that wheelie, you can send it upwards and over. Use your imagination at the type of edge guards you could get with that.
Oh
Now, as you were
shit.
saying before, with this particular perk here,
Gizmo teams might
If
be
you have the car out,
ridiculous.
and you
If
land on
you
it
get
with
him
down
the
special
right
in the air,
teammate,
you ignite it. This is your down special. It's a flying butt slam, quite literally.
this character is so
This is
cute.
also a
Holy
knockout move
shit.
of higher damage. Of course, it has attack decay now, so it won't do much now. And for your other grounded special, This is a complete projectile immunity block. So if you have someone who's constantly
Look
throwing
at these little
projectiles at you,
trembles!
you go ahead and use this. And
I'm
that'll help
freaking
stall,
out about the
especially
level of
in twos
cuteness
when
here,
you have
guys. I'm
someone
sorry.
like Batman throwing that, as you saw in the video. And then his grounded up special, another knockout move. It will launch towards your opponent. It'll also grab onto your teammate. We'll take a look at that in a second. In the air, same thing. Now, for the aerial specials, one that we didn't really get to take a big look at was his umbrella.
Oh
Now,
yeah, I
if you use
didn't
this
really see
umbrella
that at all.
off a short hop dodge cancel, you can instantly go for it, and at higher damage, it has a good amount of knockback. So if you're at the ledge, that's going to send someone very far very quickly.
Yeah,
And
that's
if you
good.
hold it, you can also glide. So you're going to be using this as one of your main recovery
That's
options.
pretty nice.
And catching people off
That's
guard
nice.
on the ground quickly using that dodge cancel. And as for his aerial specials with music, you could also drift using this. You can fast fall it as well. So you can apply them, control a lot of space, make people walk right into those so you can
Wow.
get that silence debuff you're looking for.
Wow, so
That is gonna
Gizmo
be
really
so
could set stuff
important,
up
as
to
if you could take all of the cooldowns
have
away from
major
someone like Bugs
control of
Bunny
the
and you remove
entire
the rockets from
screen
gameplay,
for the
it's
partner.
going to be a nightmare for them to try and get themselves back into the game. Or for that matter, just removing Rocket is a fun time for everybody not named Bugs. Now, for his options that you use as knockouts, you could use this along with the popcorn to set up, but
Just
you also
the
have
fireworks
this move
sound
we
with
got
the
to
popcorn.
see on the TikTok.
Yes.
This at lower percents doesn't do much.
No,
but this
it's
does.
good. Like, that's very similar
up
to
there
like
is
Jake's.
a true combo,
which
as
is
long as you
great.
get it while still in the air. You could also go for a quick dodge cancel over to line it up. You can short hop with it as well. Pretty large move. Has a lot of knockback to it. So you can be using that as one of your primary knockout options besides the popcorn as
Okay.
well.
Alright.
Now, for the most important thing,
The most important thing.
he's having a great time.
Oh
His
no, I
emotes,
love him already.
So much character behind him. It's amazing.
Oh my
But we're going to take a
God.
look now at what you get when you have a teammate.
Ah, yes. Okay, so this is the
Gizmo
big
works
stuff. Because,
extremely well with tanks in particular. We're going to
okay.
use someone like
So
Superman as an
Superman.
example. Superman's mobility
Wonder
in the
Woman.
air is extremely good for someone like Gizmo to follow. Because when you have Gizmo riding along with Superman,
Oh, we're gonna see
Superman
some
will come back over
Gizmo
here,
Superman
appreciate that.
teams really soon that are gonna be super broken, aren't
you can
we?
fully charge all of these to try and catch someone off stage. You can use this to set up off
Wow.
stage as well. Use your fire ignite while they're out there, but you can also send your car in the car. Okay, well, he won't get in the car because that's CPU, but your teammates can also drive that car as well and use that same setup of sending that towards the skies, where the both of you can cover a lot
Ah, I
of
want to
options
see what
off
that
stage.
looks like. Come on, CPU.
And then, if you are on top of someone, you will take that damage passively, but if you don't like that, you can either jump out or dodge out. You have multiple options to be able to instantly get away if your teammate is about to possibly get knocked out. So you want to be thinking about that as you're playing Gizmo to make sure that you're keeping yourself as safe as possible. And a big difference with twos especially is you want to use something like Power Cuddle. Because the
names!
speed of which you charge this
Power
here
Cuddle.
relatively normal. But when you're on with your teammate, much faster. So you're gonna be
Yeah,
using
that's
that
pretty
pretty
crazy.
often while you're on your teammate and catching people off guard off stage, not expecting that extremely quick charge. And that pretty much is Gizmo. Gonna dance for you one more time. But besides the showcase we've had here for Gizmo,
I'm gonna
the
have to
character,
wait and, like-
that is one of the
Wait.
most dangerous you're going to see in twos because of that cleanse ability, his mobility in general, his
Yeah, I
ability
was
to set
gonna
up off
say,
stage.
I'm gonna have to
And
wait
you're gonna
and
some
see
of
what
that
it
right
looks
now,
like
as we're
when
gonna
people
take a
are
quick
playing some
look
actual
at
matches.
some of the official gameplay.
Oh,
for
good. Good,
Gizmo.
good, 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 good. But, nonetheless, like, oh, look at him! I, like, feel like this character looks very strong.
Up and away! I'm out of here. Coming through.
Oh, yeah! So long, Bugs. Wow. Holy shit, both of them.
Knock these fools down hardcore.
You better not give me fleas. 2-for-1 special.
I want to hug him. Let me hug him.
Aim for the fences.
Can't hold back.
Oh man. That Superman Gizmo team is gonna be scary.
You ever consider trying out for the Justice League?
Thank you for enjoying the time with me in this opportunity that
He did a really good
allowed
job
me
with
to
this
have Play
showcase.
First Games, allowing the ambassadors to come up here and do a
Yeah,
breakdown
I
with
really
you.
hope
It was an
that
incredible time,
the ambassadors are
but
gonna
make sure you don't go
continue
away
to
because
do
we're
these
gonna
with all
raid
new
one of our
characters.
community members who's going to be playing.
Okay. So that was the Gizmo showcase. Wow. All right. So I was definitely expecting that he was going to be ridiculously cute, and he is. So yes, all the way. Love him. But beyond that, this character looks really strong. Now, I'm going to be honest, I still feel like after looking at everything that they showed here, this character might suffer quite a bit in 1v1s, but we'll see. I don't know enough. I haven't seen enough gameplay yet to make that call, but like Rain Dog, you know, just specific support characters seems like might have a really difficult time in those circumstances because so many of his moves really seem focused on strengthening the team. But I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all because it's very clear to me from everything that we've seen so far with Multiversus that 2v2 is the competitive and kind of primary mode that they are going for here, that they're promoting. And even more than Rain Dog, he seems like a very specifically designed support character. But man, he's got so many tools and much more than I was expecting. He seems like he's going to be a huge danger. And if you get him in the right team with the right teammate, yeah, it's going to be difficult for people, especially it seems as though the way that he is going to be able to set so many things up on the stage to make areas of the stage dangerous for any opponents to go into, even with a lot of his more passive seeming moves that he could just put out in place. We have characters that can do stuff like that already, but not to this extent. And the fact that he can latch onto the teammate wherever they are, take damage off of the teammate, and simultaneously can also charge up his own moves is kind of insane. That Superman Gizmo combo, it seems like it's going to be terrifying. So one of my good friends mains Superman, and I would really be curious to see if him and a Gizmo player kind of wanted to try this out and see how it goes. So, but his main partner is another good friend of mine, and he currently plays Shaggy, so maybe we could try to convince him to try out Gizmo. I don't know. But yeah, he looks fantastic. I can't wait to try him out myself. This is actually the kind of character that I really love. Like you guys know, I made Rain Dog, and there's a combination of reasons. I actually like more support-based characters, and even in typical fighting games, I like more defensive-style characters. So I guess you can kind of see some similarities in those styles and preferences in terms of how one plays, but also, you know, I like the cute characters. I made Rain Dog, and I went through all of that process of grinding the last couple days of the kind of pre-season battle pass just to get the cake skin for Jake because I love so cute. So I can't wait to try this out, and I can't wait to see what everybody else has already found with the character now that I'm back free to be online and do as I wish. So I'm gonna go and play around a little bit with Gizmo and try him out myself, and we'll hopefully get a video up for you soon of me actually playing with the character. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed this, my thoughts about Gizmo and my reactions. I think they did a really good job with this showcase, and I hope they keep doing these for all of the characters coming out because it is really very nice and helpful, well put together. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know your thoughts about Gizmo, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.